Hey there guys, what's going on? It's Galeriot here back on the 5-9 channel, and we are here. We've got the news information for what Gohan Celebration is going to contain, including a very anticipated EZA. With me to discuss the news and the potential ramifications of said celebration is Ignant. Say hello, mate.
Yo, what's up, guys? Cooler EZA, let's go!
I mean, he said it there. He said it there. Cooler EZA is coming, but we'll be going through each of the news pieces before we get in. Of course, we got to do that. Of course, we start off with the normal news that, of course, we're getting, the special login bonus, the missions, that sort of jazz. I think we can gloss over that. Of course, then after that, we're getting Gohan and Garlic Jr.'s banner, of course, or well, specifically Gohan's banner with Garlic Jr. as a banner unit. Iggy, before we go into the other parts of the news, what do you think is possible for Gohan's banner to have? Like, what do you think is going to be featured on the banner?
It's kind of a weird one, because when I think of Kid Gohan, I always think of Sand Saga, so
yeah,
it's
and there's
weird.
We don't have a Dokkan Fest exclusive from the Sand Saga, so
yeah,
you can't really say that, right?
It's very interesting, which is unfortunate we don't have one for Sand Saga. I don't know why.
I agree.
I don't know why we don't have one yet, but
yeah.
I don't know really. It's really weird to think about because I'm assuming they're going with a movie theme because Garlic Jr. is there as well. So
maybe. I think it's possible. I definitely think SSJ4 Gogeta has to come back. We haven't seen him on.
It's been too long.
Yeah. Obviously, Vidal's banner had Bojack, right? So I think this time we have to get SSJ4 Gogeta on Gohan's banner. I can't see any other alternative, right? I can see potentially units like in future Gohan, of course, another bond of master and disciple lead, right? He's possibly gonna come back. I think he needs to come back. I also do think AGL Bardock should come back because, of course, something we did do, by the way, if you haven't checked it out, is the SBR guide, and we know a lot of those units or a lot of the teams in that SBR stages, the new SBR stages, only have one leader, right? So I think this will be a good opportunity for them to bring back some of those units that only have one leader. For example, Bardock, Beerus, maybe stuff like that, because they don't have a wide variety of options, right?
And that gives more incentive to summon, because I know not everyone's gonna be hyped for a Kid Gohan, so they gotta stack this banner up. So it's Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, the AGL Bardock, which is underrated in my opinion. I'm sure it's saying that by this time he's kind of not underrated anymore because everyone says that, but I can see him. Trying to think, what else could they slap on there?
I was thinking potentially. I mean, they could do in Gotenks an exchange Boo if they really wanted to, because in Gotenks, of course, is part of Heavenly Event, and he can potentially be in the banner. I would be surprised if he is, to be honest. But yeah, it's gonna be very interesting. It's gonna be very interesting to see what else is gonna be on the banner. I do think there is a small chance we could see SGR Namek Goku, because he's the only other unit that I can see being in somewhat close relation to this event, right? I'd say,
because
or this character, I should say, this period of character.
They'll slap him on there to go with the cooler EZA,
Exactly, and we'll come on to that in just a second regarding Cooler EZA, of course. Then we, of course, have the Heavenly Event category banner. Not surprising. That's fine. I don't think anybody's gonna summon on that unless you want a Super Trunks or something. Which, by all means, if you really want that, fair enough. The other thing is that the Elder Kai banner. Now, we obviously use the Elder Kai banner to judge when a part 2 will start, right? And so the Elder Kai banner starts on tomorrow, of course, when the banners go live, and then ends on the 17th of June, which means that the second part should start around that period, right? And that means part 2 is going to be that period, of course, because there has to be something in between this banner as well as Tanabata, which starts at the start of July, right? So it's going to be very interesting to see what exactly the part 2 LR may be. Do you have any suggestions out there for the people, Iggy, in regards to a part 2 LR?
Part 2 LR? There's a lot I would want, but I don't think any of them would actually fit with the celebration. I think.
Well, you say that, but we have to remember they don't necessarily need to fit. Last time we had Videl and Tapion and Minosha. We didn't necessarily fit, so it could be something a bit odd.
So I'm looking at the banner, the category banner. We still don't have like an LR or even like a Dokkan Fest Final Flash Vegeta, right? What if they give us the LR Final Flash Vegeta finally?
I would love that. I was gonna say it could be a Final Flash Vegeta. I would love a Super Trunks as well. That would be fine with me.
Yep.
Either one of those two. I think we'd need them. Like we talked about this in the Heavenly category, Heavenly event category review. Like it has a lot of potential, but it's missing so many like modern day units, right? With Super Trunks, Final Flash Vegeta, Instant Transmission, Kamehameha Goku. So many possibilities. Yet we just have to wait for them, and I think this might be a good opportunity for them to do it because, again, like we said, it doesn't necessarily need to match up. So yeah, this is just obviously basing on the fact that the Elder Kai banner is ending on the 17th, which means part 2 should start around that time. The sales obviously do end on the 28th, so maybe there might not even be a part 2 LR, who knows, because the sales are going on until the end of the month, and that means obviously Tanabata starting at the start of July. They could just hold off the sales until then, so we'll have to wait and see if there is going to be a part 2L or not. I mean, I would love one because I do think if it's any way in shape and form going to help out Heavenly event, I think it's going to be very vital. Of course, then we have the new Dokkan event for Gohan, the new story event, which features the SSR Piccolo, right? The SDR Piccolo, which I hope does get an EZA or an awakening in the second half of the celebration. I think that would be cool to get a new Piccolo. I mean, even though we have like 50 Piccolos that don't have a different name, but
that poor Namekian team, man. That poor Namekian team.
I still feel they can easily do a thing where they can just change the name like now. They kind of have to, in my opinion, but I don't understand why they don't.
Because even with the same name update, that team just doesn't work because you're still using all Piccolos, so they don't link together.
Exactly. I mean, you can kind of put them, play around with them and put them off rotation, but how much can you do that, right? Before it becomes a struggle.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's too hard. It's too much of a struggle. It's a pain. The Namek Saga events do return, so you can farm Kid Gohan to increase the SA of your new Kid Gohan if you plan on summoning, which is dope. You can obviously farm Piccolo as well, the AGL one, the one that EZAs. So that's that. Of course, the story events coming back. Then we have a bunch of returning EZAs again, pretty much Kid Gohan's EZA, STR Kid Gohan's EZA, that is AGL Piccolo, as well as the physical second form Frieza. Very, very good stuff there. New battlefield. Obviously, the new SBR stages start tomorrow, literally, which is great. I think that's a huge dub there. I think it needed to, it should be starting on at the start of the celebration. Battlefield is starting as well immediately tomorrow. There is a new chain battle as well coming out, of course, against Piccolo. Obviously, I'd expect stuff like, I don't know. I think Heavenly Event has to be one of the new, obviously, category bonuses. You'll probably see Kid Gohan being a bonus character. Maybe like on the opposing side, you'll probably see Garlic Jr. and a couple of others maybe. But I think Heavenly event, maybe transformation boost, and I don't know what the third one will be. Who knows? Let us know in the comment section down below what do you guys think the bonus categories will be for the chain battle, because I mean, chain battle can be very wonky. They can put whatever the frick they want, right? Chain battle isn't necessarily the best thing. Go ahead, Iggy.
Yeah, they don't really do the most logical thinking when it comes to chain battle.
I think they've only done it twice. The very first one and the most recent one with the SSJ4's one, or not the SSJ4 one, but the Dragon Ball Seekers, Giant Form and stuff like that. I think that was a good. I personally enjoyed that chain battle a lot because it was super easy for everybody to get 100+ million. Very, very easy. And I think that should be the bare minimum, is allow people to get at least 100 million very easily compared to like their previous chain battles. I think this one is going to be harder again because of the new category and everything and how limited it is, but we'll have to see. But chain battle aside, of course, we have the big news. Cooler is getting an EZA.
Let's go!
Now,
finally!
Now, I'm so excited about this because he is the second to last EZA. He's got his time, as we've said with multiple other EZAs on the podcast, just generally as well, the more time they take, the better the EZA, right? Of course. And so I'm having high expectations for Cooler, right?
Yes.
Now, of course, we'll come on to his passive and how they can change it in a second. But Iggy, we were discussing this before the recording, like, because we didn't notice that. If you guys didn't notice, of course, Sunblade was kind enough to, share the JP news with us to see what category weakness he had, because that was what I was most interested in. They didn't make a mention of it, which is surprising to me, because I'm thinking like it's either one of two things. Either one, they're not showing it yet, or actually three things. Either one, they're not showing it yet. Two, it's potentially heavenly event, or 3, it's the category that most people already have units for, which would be still surprising because why wouldn't they, give it in? But Iggy, we discussed this early on. What did we think? Go ahead, let the people know what we thought.
Something Saiyan related, like maybe Super Saiyans, because like the entire thing with Cooler was like he lost to Super Saiyan Goku and stuff like that. It could be hybrid Saiyans, it just has to be one of the Saiyan teams for sure, like Pure Saiyan, hybrid Saiyans, or the Super Saiyan in general. Which, if it is that means it's going to be a pretty easy EZA for everyone to do, because everyone has full teams for these. Some of the EZAs can be a bit hard because people won't have a full team for them. When they do, they aren't really great. But if it's just like a Saiyan team, I mean, everyone has Saiyans because that's like every other unit in the game.
I mean, Super Saiyans especially. Like, Super Saiyans, we have left, right, and center. We have Dynamic Goku as the leader. We have the AGL Spirit Bomb Absorbed Goku as the leader, of course. You probably have Dynamic Goku as the leader more so because he's so, like, overused, right? And then, of course, we do have the likes of the Family Kamehameha, Gobros, of course. We have the AGL Gohan. The Goku Gohan free-to-play unit, that's really, really good. We have the free-to-play Vegeta and Trunks, that's very, very good. So you have a lot of options, and especially in STR, we have so many options, right? We have the Kid Goten, that's CZ8. We have the High School Gohan and stuff like that. So I don't think it should be a problem if it is Super Saiyans. I mean, if it's just Saiyans in general or pure Saiyans, again, it shouldn't be too difficult for a lot of people. The one thing that is noticeable on the, if you look at the EZA banner, however, and it kind of indicates that it could be Super Saiyan, I highly doubt it's fusions, is that they're bringing back STR Gogeta on his EZA banner, which can indicate that obviously he's going to be weak to STR because he's physical typing, but he is also potentially weak to Super Saiyans because Super Gogeta is under the Super Saiyan category. So I think it is possible that Super Saiyan still. Of course, they're bringing back his Dokkan event, his story event. But Iggy, before we wrap up the video, of course, Cooler right now, we know his, his passive, his super attack effect and everything. So just to give a quick rundown, his super attack greatly lowers defense. His passive is attack and defense 100% and launches an additional attack, which has a chance to become a super attack. How do you think they're going to improve him from what we have already?
Well, they could make those additionals guaranteed supers for one. And then,
okay.
They're definitely going to raise the percentages he gets, which, by the way, this Cooler is still a usable unit to this day. Which is why I was so 100%. Excited for this EZA, because like no matter what, I know we say this for a lot of units, but no matter what they do, it's hard to mess up this EZA because he's already just a super top tier unit. Well, not top tier, but like super good unit to this day.
Yeah.
So they
I mean, he's got amazing partners in every Wicked Bloodline unit, right? And especially the big one himself, STR Cooler, right? So yeah, it's hard to mess up something that isn't. Like SSA 3 Pro Lead was understandable how they messed up with him because, of course, he already had so many flaws to him. Cooler doesn't necessarily have any flaws outside of the fact that his passives are just... His passives and stats aren't up to scratch to, modern day units, right? So, personally, to me, as long as they increase his passive to, say, 120, 130, I'd say, maybe 150 even, if they really want to be kind enough. Obviously, like you said, increase the chance to like maybe a high chance to become a super or a guaranteed. I think that would be fantastic. I don't know what they could do with the super attack effect. Do you think they might add the greatly lowers attack part to it, maybe?
Oh, they definitely could, and that'd be really sick because that would give even more usability than what he'd already have.
Yeah, exactly, especially in SBR, right? So this is a very, very high potential unit. Of course, on our Twitter, we will be probably having a fan-made forum, by the way. So be sure to go check that out if you want to give in your own versions of Cooler, which we will be reacting to or, addressing, quote unquote. But yeah, final thoughts on this celebration. This is actually kind of a decent celebration, in my opinion.
They got a lot of content with it.
SBR, Cooler EZA, like this is really good, right?
Yeah, they got a lot of like content with this, which I mean, we've said it enough. Like this year for Dokkan, they've been absolutely killing it. Like the units themselves might not be the most hyped things in the world, but like the celebrations themselves are just happening super stacked. Like we got like new stages for SBR, got the chain battles coming out, new EZA Battlefield. Yeah, there's so much stuff coming out with the celebration. This is just some random celebration.
Yeah, it's just supposed to be like a calm before the storm because, like we mentioned, Tanabata is next. Like, we're going to be getting a big celebration on JP. We're going to be getting a new DFELR next month, right? So it's going to be very interesting to see where they go from here. Of course, this also, I'm not gonna lie, as much as I'm excited for Cooler, I ain't gonna lie. Now that the last unit is SSJ3 Angel Goku, I'm interested to see how powerful he's going to be.
For them to be holding him to last, they have to be doing something crazy with him, right?
Yeah, I'm really excited for him, man. I'm really excited for him. If he especially becomes, like I said, I've been saying this for him a lot. Like, if he becomes even just a Rainbow Orb Changer to allow him to, avail his own passive and then just give defense to his own passive, my man's gonna be a monster, right? So yeah, I'm just excited for Cooler, but I'm more excited even for SSJ3 Angel Goku because he's gonna be built different. Yes. At least hopefully. Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. Let's not jump the gun and jinx it. Hopefully he is.
Yeah. But yeah, let us know in the comment section down below. What do you guys think of the celebration? What are your thoughts overall? What are you most excited for? The SBR stages, obviously Gohan, Cooler's EZA. I mean, I know what the general consensus is going to be here. It's probably going to be Cooler's EZA. But yeah, let us know in the comment section down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe for more Dokkan content on the 5-9 channel. We will see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.
All right, peace out, guys.